Today I'm going to talk to you about what happens after a seller accepts the offer. Now, I've got to specify that this is in Arizona. I'm an Arizona real estate agent, so I'm going to speak to the specifics of Arizona law. Now, if you are the seller, what are the next steps? The very first step is that escrow is opened with the title company. So they receive the contracts and they also reach out to the buyers to get payment for their earnest deposit. Now, the earnest deposit is the good faith. As a seller's agent, we have to provide several documents to the buyers. Now, remember that SPUDS documentation that you reported, the seller's disclosure document we submit to the buyers 3 days after the contract is accepted. And then 5 days after contract's accepted, we need to provide the clue to see what has been claimed in the last 5 to 7 years on the insurance. So we have to provide that to them within 3 and 5 days. Also, at the same time, there begins a time period for the inspection period, which is normally 10 days. Now, that can be shortened based on the contract, but normally it is a 10-day inspection period for the buyers to get in there, do their inspections. Now, during that inspection period, they will get an inspection report, and the buyers will prepare something that is called a BINSR. Now, the BINSR is a buyer's inspection notice and seller's response document. They take the inspection report and they put together a list of repairs that they want done on the house. Now, the moment that we receive that BINSR, we have 5 days to answer that. They can take up to 10 days for the inspection period, but once we receive it, we have 5 days to respond to that. During that 5 days, for my sellers, I send this BINSR list to several handymen so that we can get quotes on what the cost would be to do these repairs. I send them to roofers, I send them to plumbers, HVAC techs, so that we can get a number associated with, because a lot of the times within a 30-day transaction, sometimes the repairs are not, you're not able to get them completed. So we can also submit credits in lieu of these types of repairs. Now, once we've responded back to them, whether we completely agree with the report or the list, or we only agree with some of it, we send it back to the buyer. Now, at that point, the buyer has 5 days to respond to us. Now, if there's any repairs that are going to be completed on the transaction, I suggest that you get them done 3 days prior to close, because the buyers are going to want to do a final walkthrough the week of close. You want to make sure that everything is done, you have receipts, or that you have an idea of what's going on with those repairs so that the buyer is completely aware when they go through their final walkthrough. And after that, that is it. The sellers have the easiest time during a transaction. The buyers have a lot more to do in terms of getting things done. But on the seller side, it's a lot easier than the buyer side. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am happy to help you out.